Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Cinema Obscura. The movies for this episode are the 2010 film Caught Inside and the 1970 film Ransom Money. I have not seen either of these movies before. The first film is Caught Inside from 2006. IMDb has it tagged as action, adventure, and thriller. This is an Australian film, and the Aussie accent is on full display. Subtitles on the DVD I watched would have been nice. The film was written by Adam Blaiklock, Matt Tomaszewski, and Joe Velikovsky. Blaiklock also served as the director. The only one of the group to have any kind of success was Tomaszewski, who is still active, mostly doing ocean-related documentaries. He has a couple things that appeared on Shark Week. As is usually the case with foreign films, at least for me anyway, I don't recognize any of the cast. Caught Inside is based around an Australian surf charter where a legendary surfer who goes by Bull, played by Ben Oxenbould, has found a secret surfing spot. He and 3 of his male friends are set to head out when one of the guys, Toobs, played by Lyndon, brings his girlfriend Alex and her friend Sam along with him. These were played by Leeanna Walsman and Daisy Betts, respectively. Sam immediately catches the attention of Bull and another of the guys on the charter named Rob, played by Sam Lyndon. There's a little bit of back and forth between the 3, with Sam playing each of them. When one of the guys pushes things a little too far, the tension quickly escalates among the entire group. This was a very enjoyable movie. Oxenbould was convincing as Bull, and Betts did a great job with her character of Sam. I'm going to assume that Simon and Sam Lyndon are brothers. Neither really stood out too much. It might have been the way the characters were written. The Toobs character was especially ineffective, while the Rob character was only marginally less useless. The last member of the charter is a guy named Archie, played by Harry Cook. His character basically didn't do anything except drink a lot of beer in one particular scene, though he did inadvertently cause a major point of contention with an off-the-cuff comment about Sam.
Just wish we could get off this boat for a while.
Yeah, we can. Come with me. Oh, I feel funny. You got sea legs?
A little bit.
I'll be back soon.
Better be. couldn't stay away, huh? I think I'm getting burned.
Settle down, Bobby. Just relax, mate.
Fucking started
it.
You are an animal.
Come on, ask her. You okay?
I didn't know it was him, I swear.
What's going on? Hey, just settle down, Bobby boy. Hey. You want to have a go, mate? Throw one. Throw one.
Psycho.
Come on, hey. Hey.
Psycho.
Huh? I tried to rape her.
Fucking raper.
I tried to rape her. You don't know what happened.
Back up.
Just keep him the fuck away from me.
You. Back off. Let's sort this out.
Come on, Bobby.
Hey,
Calm
down.
Have a go at the bullet, Bobby.
Fucking go, you can't.
Have a go. All right, Joe. I'm cool. I'm cool, mate.
Settle down.
I'm cool, Joe. I'm cool.
Hey. Back off.
If you can get past the thick Aussie accents, this is actually a pretty enjoyable movie. There was probably about a third of the dialogue I didn't catch, but it really didn't affect my enjoyment of the film. The story is pretty straightforward enough, and the way things are shot, along with the music, make it so the viewer doesn't get lost. There's probably about 20 minutes of filler shots, especially at the beginning. There are a number of shots of the guys surfing as well, which you would expect in a surfing movie. Probably the easiest comparison for this movie would be the 1989 movie Dead Calm. Both have a similar plotline and setting, except there are a few more characters on the boat in this particular movie. Caught Inside is rated R and is 104 minutes long, though the DVD I watched was only 95 minutes. At the time of my posting, it had a 5.3 rating on IMDb, with 954 ratings. The ratings that have the most votes are probably obvious, with 5 stars and 6 stars both receiving 204 votes. I gave Caught Inside a rating of 6 stars. Oxenbould and Bet steal the movie, no question. I might have to seek out more projects that one or both of them may have been involved in. If you've seen Caught Inside, please let me know if you had any trouble with the accents and what you thought of the movie. And aside from Dead Calm, if any other movies come to mind that remind you of it. And while you're doing that, why not take a few seconds to hit the like button if you enjoyed the review, and maybe even the subscribe and alert buttons as well. Our second film for this episode is Ransom Money from 1970. IMDb has it tagged as crime. Ransom Money was written by Verland Whipple, who only had a very small career in the film industry in the 70s, with only 6 credits to his name. The film was directed by Dewitt Lee, who, like Whipple, has only had 6 credits as well, 3 of which are under the same film, The Legend of Jedediah Carver, which, coincidentally enough, Whipple served as producer. The only 2 cast members I recognize are Broderick Crawford, who had a long career dating back to the late 1930s, and Gordon Jump, perhaps best known for playing Mr. Carlson in WKRP in Cincinnati, and later as the Maytag repairman in the Maytag commercials from the late 80s to the early 90s. Ransom Money is a police movie from the early 70s. The film starts with a mother named Joanne, played by Rachel Romen, and her son Ronny, played by Randy Whipple, who I'm assuming is the writer's son, stopping at the Grand Canyon, where her son is kidnapped from and is then being held for ransom elsewhere. The kidnapper manages to stay one step ahead of Rachel even taunting her to invite the police into the case, which she eventually does. The two detectives working the case are Inspector Medford, played by Broderick Crawford, and Detective Hampton, played by Gordon Jump. Just as before, the kidnapper also manages to stay ahead of them as well. The kidnapper is demanding $1 million or he will kill her son. This is a lot better movie than I thought it was going to be. It was a pretty good script, though there were a couple times I needed to backtrack to figure out how the police knew where certain characters were going to be. It all pretty much made sense, but just a line or two explaining it to the audience, such as, "Yes, she took a cab," could have cleared up some of the confusion. I was also surprised by how much power Joanne's financial advisor was exhibiting, basically trying to call the shots. The death of a major character right near the end of the film was a little odd, as it just came out of nowhere. Perhaps they only had the actor contracted for a set period of time?
Well, we gotta start someplace. Captain, check all the electronics firms on the coast. See if anybody with this electronic ability has ever worked for them before. If we don't do that, the only thing we got to work with is this piece of paper, and that ain't much.
Hello, Helen? Yeah, get me the L.A. office.
And I told you to stay out of here, and I meant it.
I'm going to make sure that someone hears about the way you're handling this. If I have to contact your superiors personally...
Why don't you call J. Edgar Hoover? I'm sure he'd be happy to hear about the whole thing. I'm sorry your son is a victim of this maniac. I have a feeling the boy's alive and safe. Now, he needs Ronny to pull this thing off. But it's going to get worse. He's going to keep after you until you pay him exactly what he wants.
I'll pay him anything now if you'll only let me know. I'll pay.
It isn't the money now. He's playing a game to show how clever he is, and it's going to get worse.
Well, I just can't take any more of it. I just can't take it.
You're going to have to take it, and you're going to have to keep on taking it. There's no other way.
We checked the electronics firms on the coast. We came up with nothing.
What about that paper? Any word from the lab yet?
Yeah, they think that the paper was treated in some way. This is when the light hits it, the writing disappears. Something like film, only different.
What do you mean different?
I don't know. They don't know. They're working on it.
Do you know something? We're going about this all wrong. We're playing his game. Let's make him play ours for a change.
I don't follow you.
Get in, I'll explain it to you.
Mrs. Patrick. Mrs. Patrick. What's going on here?
What do you mean, what's going on?
Well, I got a call from Medford. He said you were in trouble.
Well, there must be some mistake.
A mistake?
Well, unless there's something going on that I'm not aware of.
I better get back to the office and check this out. You sure you're all right?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
Now, look, we didn't mean to get you upset. I'll give you a call as soon as I can figure out what's going on. I should have stayed here.
And we've been had.
This one's been impossible from the start.
And it's getting worse. Medford, who's this?
Mr. Medford, you don't know how glad I am to catch up with you. Somehow he found out where I was. He called me and he told me to meet him to work things out. I stopped several times trying to catch you. I thought you should know. Now, these directions are kind of complicated. Do you have something to write with?
Go ahead, I'm ready. Why'd you leave here?
I want to get my son back. I've got to hurry. These are the directions. Drive 10 miles north of the city on Route 21. Take the left fork of the road there and drive 2 miles to a dirt road. Drive 1/2 mile to the right on the dirt road until you get to a large rock formation. Hurry! I'm only about 10 minutes ahead of you. Please hurry!
Do you have the note?
Yeah, I had it typed up just in time. As you know, the writing fades as soon as the light hits the paper. Here it is. Prepare the money in small unmarked bills. Put them in a small trunk or suitcase and place it between 2 large rocks exactly 8.3 miles from the highway of Desert Rim Road.
You handle that thing like a Muscle Beach dropout. Well, I didn't realize $1 million weighed that much.
Get the car ready. I gotta make a phone call.
One of the cool things I liked about older movies, especially ones based more in reality as opposed to horror, fantasy, or science fiction, is getting to see cities and rural areas as they existed before. Most of the film takes place in Phoenix, with the Grand Canyon and Las Vegas playing smaller parts. I'm always curious how many of the buildings shown, not to mention the businesses, are still in existence. This film was shot 55 years ago, so I'm assuming probably most of the businesses are long gone, and probably a good number of the buildings as well. Ransom Money is rated GP, which is an older film rating that was replaced in 1972 with the more familiar PG rating. The film is 84 minutes in length. At the time of posting this video, the movie had a 4.4 rating on IMDb, with only 81 ratings, 4 being the most popular choice. I gave Ransom Money 5 stars. Just so you're aware, the film was shot in full frame as opposed to widescreen, so the version on Tubi has been cropped. I recommend watching the version on the YouTube channel Free Movie Channel to get the full experience. I had no clue this film existed, and that's obviously the case with practically everyone else. If you are one of the few people who've seen it, please give me a little feedback as to what you thought of it. Thanks for watching episode 4 of Cinema Obscura. Both films are available for streaming. Or perhaps you may be able to find a used copy of the DVDs somewhere. Ransom Money will more than likely only be on a compilation disc, though I did see there is an individual release. If you could hit the like button down below, I'd really appreciate it. It really helps, and if you know someone who might enjoy this content, please point them in this direction. Word of mouth is the best publicity. Also, hit the subscribe and alert buttons if you would like to know when the next video drops. And be sure to check out my Patreon page, Cinema Obscura, where I will be posting at least one bonus single movie episode per week. And you might as well stop by my sister channel, Horror Obscura, where I'll be checking out a couple lesser-known horror films. The cool thing is, if you decide to join the Patreon page, you will get access to the bonus single movie reviews I do for both channels. It's like 2 for Tuesday, but every day is a Tuesday. Thanks again for checking out the video, and have the best day ever.